What's going on, everyone? Bobbybarks here, and welcome to the Factions Podcast. I am your host, and I am joined by JessevdMuelen and SitheSigh 909.
Hey, what's up?
Topics for discussion today are the current state of public lobbies following the recent live updates. We're also going to talk about the tournament, obviously. And finally, we will discuss the current social media state around the Factions community.
Oh. We'll save the best for last then.
Save the best for last. Let's get on to the state of public lobbies at the minute. I know, Jesse, you haven't been around much in the public realm of TLOU for a couple of months. But Si and myself have, and we've noticed a distinct change in the way people approach public lobby matches these days. And I think a lot of it's probably down to the recent live updates that have happened.
Could you tell me what the patch notes were, just very briefly?
I'm not sure what the actual patch notes are, but one of the things that they have changed is that you are now able to access all perks and weapons straight out of the get-go.
I've played with that. My old accounts are very happy.
So everyone's basically using Covert 3 from the start. Which has not helped the current situation. Every lobby that you enter into now seems to have very, very low levels. A lot of those levels don't have a PS Plus sign, so they're obviously alt accounts that people have created. And I think the game...
No, if they don't have a PS Plus sign, they are all accounts,
yes,
I think.
Yeah, that's what I mean, yeah. And I think the game's on sale as well, so there's probably quite a few new players that have come to the game as well.
Yeah, it's on sale, yeah.
Perfect.
So we're getting these public lobbies that have Covert 3 players all around it. There's a lot of people crouch walking everywhere, and it's just made factions a bit like the original days, really, hasn't it? Where
yeah, I think it probably has actually. Which is probably why it feels alien and a bit strange and a bit boring again. I suppose when we all started, we were all doing the same thing, you know. So yeah, maybe it's just gone full circle and we've gone back to day one. I don't know.
I think it has, but when you're experienced players like us, or veterans like us, whatever you want to call us, it just, like you say, feels a little bit weird, doesn't it? We've kind of evolved the game over 3 or 4 years, and now we seem to have gone back to scratch.
Definitely. I mean, the gameplay's got loads faster than it used to be, and it has become more about shootouts and stuff, you know, whereas it wasn't before. And to have gone full circle back to how it was, for veterans especially, it's like it just seems boring again all of a sudden, you know. So yeah. I kind of agree with you there.
Yeah, I think they've tried doing some patches to some glitches as well, which some of it hasn't worked. And these things, when they do a live update or a patch, they tend to cock something else within the game, don't they? And, I think the teleportation glitch has been taken away on Lakeside.
Yeah.
But other things are still there, like the reload glitch, the infinite run glitch. Things that are helping players. What's that? Sorry,
yeah.
For what is that reload glitch? Is it the HR?
Yes, I think you can do it with the Frontier as well.
Oh, still? Oh, dang. Well,
I think that's more frustrating that glitch with the HR. With the Frontier more so than the HR. To be fair, that's just for the fact that the damage it does, and you don't really have to aim that much. Yeah. That's a bit of a game breaker for me. That reload glitch. But, I can't see them patching that. I don't think it bothers that many people, to be fair, but it is annoying.
I was just going to say there seems to be a lot of shorter users flying around as well, doesn't there?
Yeah,
dancing around for sure.
But I was wondering, like, this is probably a sort of classical question, but I was legitimately wondering if you could change one thing, but one thing only, in the next, let's say, patch notes, what would it be? And it could be something like I would increase the upgrade price from the burst rifle to 400 and 800, something among those lines. Okay, Bobby, what are your?
Yeah, I think that's the one thing I've always wanted changing. To be honest, is if it's one thing, then I guess it'd be the burst rifle going back to 400, 800. I think, you know, having it at 300, 600 is a bit of a kick in the teeth to some other weapons. Like the semi and the bow that are 400, 800. The burst rifle's a bit more I wouldn't say it's overpowered because it takes, you know, a little bit more skill to get those headshots with. But whenever, I mean, I'm not the best player, but whenever I play with a burst rifle in public lobbies, I always do a lot better than what I do with any other weapon.
It's like once you get used to like aiming for the head, the burst rifle is like so rewarding. So of course for new players it won't be that useful. But so you wouldn't change like the range of the tactical or something like that?
I mean, I'd like to, but you asked me about one thing, and I suppose the one thing I want changing would be the burst rifle cost for upgrading. But you know, there are other things I would like changing, like the range on the tactical. I think the upgrades on the shorty need to be nerfed a little bit, and they need to bring back the flamethrower to be overpowered as well. I mean, those were the good days.
Oh man, I got too many. But
just
if I had to
pick one.
For me, it's just the shorty. There's a reason it was banned in the tournament. It's ridiculous, that gun, absolutely ridiculous. It's a real annoying gun. So yeah, that'd be my main thing. If I had to pick another one, it would be full auto ammunition. Great. Seriously, I love that gun.
What, you want more of it?
Underrated. I want more of it. I want it to be a viable weapon instead of struggling for ammunition against someone who's got a burst, who's got like max clip all the time. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think full auto, like back in the old days, would have been probably such a helpful weapon.
Yeah, I mean, everyone just overlooks it. It's such a rubbish gun, but it's really not. It's just that, like, people just struggle to keep ammunition in it more than anything.
Yeah, I personally would like lower the clip size or like decrease the clip size of the burst rifle.
Yeah.
To have it like 9 bullets at max upgrade, and 6 at first upgrade and no upgrades. That would probably be mine. Then it's worth like the 300. Then you do basically two things. Sorry. You legitimize sort of the upgrade costs, because then I think it's 400 would be too much, and you nerf it at the same time as well, which would be like how do you call it? 2 birds with 1 stone.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's my thoughts on that.
Yeah, I mean, I actually recorded last week a video where I went through all the perks and the weapons and gave me thoughts on them and what I think a new update should cover on those, whether things should be nerfed or whether things should be buffed. But I ended up scrapping the video. I didn't bother doing it in the end, but I might go back and do that and put it out after the tournament's finished.
Or just make it like top 5 things that should be changed, something like that would be good as well.
But we've talked about this before. Again, this is about game balance again for me. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it's too easy to you just look at the burst versus the full auto again, for example. Like, it's way too easy to fully upgrade the burst, keep it fully loaded at all times, and you can kill someone instantly with one pull of a trigger. Like, against the full auto and the damage it does, the balance isn't right, you know, in costs or ammunition, or it doesn't need to be a damage for increase or anything. It's just balancing out the costs, I think, of things. And just make things a lot better, you know.
But I think they should change some of the loadout points for some of the perks as well. You know, things like Gunslinger, it's not really a bad perk if you're a new player, but the fact that it costs 2 and 4 loadout points is a bit extreme. If they just made it 1 and 2, 1 loadout point and 2 loadout points, then, you know, a lot of people might start using it more. Especially
when, like, you know, I don't know about you, but I'll pick a loadout, but I've always got 1 left over. Always got 1 loadout point.
Yeah.
So what you pick? Like, for me, just combat with shorties, it's always the double barrel, but if I could pick another perk, I would. I'd be happy to, you know.
I kind of wish they'd let you pick another perk instead of a purchasable as well. You know, if you didn't want a purchasable, you could use that for an additional perk.
Mate, I'll tell you, if you could trade your large firearm slot and your purchasable slot for loadout points, I would do that. I'm happiest running in a pistol only loadout. So yeah, give me more perks. I'll be happy.
Yeah.
I wish that armor would be a purchasable, as in, like taking up loadout points. That would be great.
All right. Yeah.
No, it's just accessible to everyone, but it could give like an unfair advantage. So it would probably be like you can only buy it 2 times, or like maybe even 3 times, but just make it so expensive that you can only buy it 2 times. That's what I mean by that.
Yeah, I suppose the trouble is now that they've got this update where everyone can access everything, is that, you know, straight from the start you've got covert training 2 at 4 loadout points, and you've got Gunslinger 2 at 4 loadout points. What are you going to go with?
Well, Gunslinger is DLC though.
Oh, that's
But
true. Yeah, that's true. Although
one thing I notice as well is what's like so horrible. Sometimes someone purchase armor and I'm like, oh, that's pretty early on in the match, like 2 minutes in. I check their points, it's like 450. But what I noticed as well when I was playing on my ults, it just like it pops up these suggestions like buy pseudo armor now. You know what I mean? So press the touchpad and you can buy pseudo armor. So anyone who's new will probably do what the game's telling them.
Yeah,
And so I see like these low level people running around with armor and stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. Or pub scrubs in a 1v1 tournament. All right then, let's move on to the tournament then, seeing as though we've just touched on it there. But let's talk about quarter 2, which was the one that finished a couple of months ago. 256 participants, a lot of FN players, a lot of public lobby players. Harmless Book won it. What are your thoughts on that, Jesse?
Well, I think I actually participated soon though. I was when I first was. Oh, by the way, I didn't know we haven't talked about this yet. I think on podcast. When I was kicked out, I sort of felt relieved.
When you lost?
I don't know why. It was just like I was happy that the stress was over and I was in my exam period as well. But I did follow the tournament still. The win of Harlem's Book, I think he was playing very scrubby, but yeah, that's like the thing with the tournament. If you play a bit scrubby, like it's allowed basically, so I don't mind. It's like for fun as well. I played against him in a public lobby actually, and I recognized his name from somewhere, but I couldn't quite place it. And oh my god, he was living up to the image he said in the tournament. I have to say, Jesus Christ, like I was just like, oh, it's Harmless Book. Oh, I'll go semi-auto. Yeah, that'd be fun on Bill's time. Yeah. And then he pulls out like a shorty and all that, and just starts shorty dancing me. I'm like, oh god, what is this? Luckily, I was playing on an alt though.
Ah, right, okay. Who was it you lost to in the tournament? Who knocked you out of the tournament?
Oh god. He was isn't it Kastad maybe, or like not Kasab? No, not Kasab. It was like one guy. One thing he was really good at. I'll give prop to him. This is what I saw as well in his other 1v1 matches, is that he always rushes in when someone is low on health, which is so good to do. Like props to him for that. We tied at first, but then the second game was like, oh my god, I don't want to do this anymore. And then I think I lost like pretty badly actually, like with 7 thing delay. But I had like it was fun for me. And with the what was he called again? Sir 1G.
Sir 1G, yeah.
Yeah.
Let's not mention him.
Well, like, and that was great. I saw you lost against him.
Yeah, just a little bit, like
Yes, it did, yeah. Oh, Super Radar, wasn't it? That was it.
Super Radar.
Yeah.
Rip.
Super
oh my
Radar,
god.
yeah.
Vietnam flashbacks.
He did really well. He looked like an experienced player. I don't know if he's from the FN community or whether he's just a public player.
No, I don't think he was. Maybe he's from the Facebook community.
I don't recognise the name.
So what were your thoughts on quarter 2 then? So there were 256 players in it. Are you surprised that Harmless Book won it over the other more well-known names that was in there?
I'm not. I'm not.
You lost to him in round 1, I think, Si. Did you? Or round 2?
I did. I had a really close game with him. I didn't actually at the time. I've known Harmless Book for a little while. When I first met him, he was no word of a lie, and he won't mind me saying this, a 3 shotgun loadout guy. He knows how to play scrubby. And then he started hanging around with some people who could shoot and play well. And he's got a nice, perfect balance now of being able to shoot when he wants to and being able to be an absolute scrub. And you've got to take your hat off to him for that. I think I did call this, didn't I? I did say.
Yes, you did. I do remember you telling me after you lost to him in round 1 or 2 that you thought he'd probably go on to win.
He's the winner, I'll tell you. Yeah. I didn't expect him to turn as scrubby, but I know that from playing him a long time ago that when he plays scrubby, he's untouchable to a point. So I take my hat off to him. Like I said, that commentary with him, I know Vaughan laughed at me, but like honestly, I just think fair play to all the scrubs as well. I know, like it was for me, the tournament is a perfect example of the public lobbies nowadays. Something that the FM people forget sometimes because they're so used to, shooting properly, as they like to say, but the game's not about that at the end of the day. Each their own, innit? But yeah, fair play to him, fair play.
Yeah, let's talk about some of the other players that was in the tournament then. Dimitris Killer was obviously the finalist that lost to, we'll call him Mystic Flamenco or Harmless Buck, whatever you want to refer to him as. But Dimitris Killer sort of like gained a massive following in quarter two and was ridiculed a little bit earlier in the tournament for doing a bit of camping up on top of the picture house. What are your thoughts on him, Jesse?
Yeah, again, with this, of course, you can judge anyone by how they play. I have sort of respect actually for Dimitris Killing just playing like that, since he is from an FM background, and what I've seen mostly with FM players, including myself, is that they won't, like, there's a possibility to play really scrubby, but they just, for some reason, they can't do it. You know what I mean? Like, they can't just put on that shotgun in their class, or, well, at least like Superman can, but you know what I mean? Like, they can't go full out scrub. They always have to have some pride, it seems, but Dimitris throws all this pride out of the window. That's what I want to add, and like, the rules allow it. You know what I mean? Like, I can judge him, of course, say that's bad, but I have, like, a sort of respect for him that he still, like, does it, while everyone else is like, oh my god, Dimitris, F you and stuff, and he's just out there doing his thing. It was scrubby, of course, but still.
Are you surprised at him beating El Diablo Leonit and Dark Snips?
Yeah, what I think this comes like back to my other point. The thing is with FM players, what I've seen, what they do, and I've seen this with myself as well, that they can't really go full out scrubby. You know what I mean? They will maybe put a shotgun on their class, but they won't go full on, only putting on armor and stuff like that. But Dark Snips and Yoranto did it for a bit. But they always seem to want some pride in their victory or in their play style. So I'll hold off with this suit of armor until he purchases or something like that, you know, among those lines. Like, still scrubby, but not full on. But Dimitris just goes full on scrub. Like, he throws all of his heritage out of the window, just like I said prior to this, but then with talent. And
yeah, I guess that's like the key to winning, because FM players can't handle real skill, like purchasable shotguns and
other things. Okay, that was really loud in my mic, but yeah, but it's sort of surprising still, because they're good players, of course, but it's not. I didn't rule it out. That's more how I would say it.
Yeah. Go on, Si, you were saying, sorry?
If these guys played on an alt, though, these FN guys, and they weren't saving face, if you like, or showing up their name, do you think they would play as scrubby? Do you think they are just saving face?
I don't think they'd be able to sort of like come out afterwards and say that they'd won then, though, would they?
No, but they can secretly, like, go to bed smiling, be happy. Do you know what I mean? I just think it's saving face. I mean, I'm pretty sure that's why Harmless Book came on his Flamingo account, because he didn't want to get wrecked under his real name. Do you know what I mean? That's my opinion. And he revealed himself because he was doing well. Fair play to him, like. But I just think some of these FN dudes would probably actually play as scrubby and dirty if they weren't known. I'm pretty sure they would.
Well, I'm surprised the FM players didn't play more scrubby, because it were kind of a let your hair down kind of tournament, wasn't it? And I thought, you know, when I saw them signing up for it, I thought, oh, you know, they're gonna come for the fun and have a bit of laugh. We might see them using a shotgun or a shorty or something like that, and it just never turned into that. They stayed a bit, you know, true to the heritage, as Jesse said, and it obviously didn't work out. I mean, I know we've talked about it before, but the McMurray game just sticks in my mind all the time. They just kept running into the shorty all the time. Yeah. And a few of them were just guilty of that. I think when Dark Snips were playing Dimitris Killer, he was doing the exact same thing. He saw Dimitris had a shorty, but he just kept running straight into him, and it's, you know, I'm just thinking, well, I don't know. And I'd seen a comment from Snips in one of the earlier videos where he said, "Oh, anything's counterable, and nothing should be banned." And then afterwards, he's like, "Ban the shorty."
Yeah, Bobby. By the way, I really hope you won't ban anything, because otherwise you'll just go down the same path that FN went. And I think your tournament was more like to make a statement versus FN.
It was, you know, and the only reason why I took the shorty out of it was because I think people were just overusing it all the time, and it just became a bit boring to edit and a bit boring to watch. I think everything else
have we finally found the OP weapon then in factions?
I think in a 1v1, particularly on a map like Checkpoint, then yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty OP. I remember 1v1ing some guys, and then just they were using a burst, and I was going shorty only. This was like back on PS3. It's so ridiculous, but I like how it turns out. Like, is there anything else on your mind that you'd like to ban, or like thought about banning? That's what I should say.
There's been a couple of things I've thought about banning. Originally, I thought about banning Lone Wolf, the perk, not the player. And the player. Well, I thought about banning the Lone Wolf perk because everyone were using it, and it kind of like the thing with the shorty, everyone was using it, and that's why I banned the shorty. Well, everyone was using Lone Wolf, but I had a conversation with a couple of people, and I think you guys might have been involved in one of them, is that actually when people have got the Lone Wolf perk on, it kind of speeds the game up a bit, and you don't want it to be any slower.
No.
And I think that were a legitimate reason to keep it in, is that, with agility and sharpies, people are actually moving a bit quicker, and you don't want to slow the game down any further. So that was the reason why I left that in. I've thought about taking Hawkeye out because a lot of people are using that all the time. But it's not really, other than snipers, it's not really an OP perk, I don't think. So I haven't really thought about taking anything else out. People have tried to get me to take out Bomb Expert and the shotgun, and they seem to be the two things that people are clambering for. And I had a conversation with somebody on one of the Facebook groups today, and it was one of the, I think it used to be called the online multiplayer one, where all the FM players are sort of like hoarded into it. And it's changed its name to something else, like Multiplayer 2 or something now it's called. And so there were a couple of guys on there saying, we're not signing up for that, take out these scrubby things like, and he actually said take out camping and the shorty and Bomb Expert 3, and I said to him, well, I've put a rule in about camping for quarter 4, I'll judge that based on whatever I perceive to be camping, and the short is already banned. I said, but I'm not taking Bomb Expert out, and they were like, well, good luck with your tournament then, you'll get nobody entering it.
Well, speaking about camping, like FM players are no place to speak about, and I just uploaded a video on my second channel, please subscribe. It was called 7 minutes 3 Russians 1 down 1 win, where, spoiler alert, they started camping at a 13-13 score after they sort of came back, and they were just like camping all the time on Billstone as was, and they were going for that tie. And they were celebrating the tie the last 20 seconds by shooting in the air and stuff. And they started camping with 7 minutes on the clock remaining.
Oh,
and
could you actually not find them either? Did you know where they were, or could you just not find them?
Yeah, we knew where they were, but it was like a situation where if we were to poke out, we'd be like done forever. So we'd settle with a tie as well. It was like basically no one could do anything, and I was like warning my teammates as well, so don't judge. I told them that I would be the one downing someone if that was the case, since I was like sort of hidden, I guess, but still I couldn't see them anywhere since they were down at the bar in semis, and I was at the garage, the little piece of cover where your head always sort of sticks out. Yeah. And then one guy moves up to the broken wall to just shoot in the air, and then I headshot him and like execute him with the reload glitch, and then we win with like 5 seconds on the clock still, and it was so beautiful. Oh my god! Yeah, you have to see it. It's so amazing as well, because we were already talking to each other like, oh yeah, we'll go with a tie for this one, but what you gonna use next game? Oh, I'll go burst, and then this guy comes up so cocky celebrating a tie. Oh, it's beautiful. Bobby, I will send the video to you like after we're done with this.
But no, I haven't really been keeping up with that one, to be honest with you. I've been watching the 3v3. Been interested in following that. I just sort of reached my limit of watching the 1v1s. Sorry.
No, I don't blame you. I've reached my limit of the 1v1s.
Yeah, we know. But no, it was this. The 3v. I followed the 2v2s, and the 3v3s are quite interesting at the moment. So
people keep asking me about the 4v4 as well, and the 2v2. I mean, the 1v1's hard enough to get people together to play. Yeah. The 2v2 was very difficult to get people to get together and play, and obviously we had to kind of reset the 2v2, didn't we? I mean, we started it with like random teammates, if you like, and it didn't really work out because of players based all over the globe. So we reset it, started again, let people sign up with a teammate, so that they knew what the available times were for each other. And even that, then it was a struggle to get the games played and get people together. The 3v3 has been an absolute nightmare.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Just to get the 6 players together, and bearing in mind I've given each team an additional player that they can substitute in at any one time, and even that has it's just been so difficult, unbelievably difficult. I didn't expect it to be as hard as what it became, and that's put me off doing a 4v4 whilst I'm doing the 1v1 as well. So
I don't blame you.
The decision I made with it was that I'll probably do a 4v4, but I'll probably wait until the 1v1 is either near its end or has actually finished.
Shout out to the TLOU Fix tournament, how they managed their 3v3s.
Oh yeah, definitely shout out. I never got to see a final, but it was a great tournament all the same.
There wasn't a final, was there?
No, not shown anyway.
All that hype. Never mind. But no, I'll say 3v3. Who do you which teams do you like in that? Any ideas who you think will win that? Or
the 3v3, well, we've just uploaded the last set of round 2 games today. So right. the teams that are left in, I think the semi-finalists is Elevate versus Spitting Image, and then we've got Good Team, which is Kaplani's team, was supposed to be playing DualShock controllers, which is Harmless Buck, Mystic Flamenco's team.
But I'd say they're going to win
that. But Good Team have actually withdrawn. Kaplani's been in touch with us and withdrawn the team because they can't get together to play it. So the team that they beat in round 2, which was Wetchins, I think, which was John 500. Was his team. We've put them through to the semi-final to play against DualShock controllers. So out of the 4, I think Elevate are probably the favourites because they're a full FN team. I think if Good Team had still been in, I'd have probably predicted them because they've been quite dominant in the first 2 games. DualShock controllers will be a tough team to beat as well, though, because they're very, very scrubby. There's a lot of shorties, launchers, burst rifles, bomb expert involved in there. So, seeing them play against Good Team would have been a good game to watch, to be honest. So it's a bit disappointing that team's withdrawn. So I'm expecting probably an Elevate DualShock controllers final, I'd say. But don't write off Spitting Image. Nick A30. Or N1CK A30 as he is.
That is brilliant. Fair play.
And Mickey Dirty and Danjo Best as well.
I love the fact when I first watched that video, it cracked me up. I'd say Danjo Best is just brilliant. I love that. It's so funny. Fair play.
They seemed to pick up on it, did they? I mean,
I thought it was brilliant. Fair play.
I watched the game. Well, I actually edited the game and sent it to Mad Circle for Mad Circle to do the commentary, which he ended up doing while he were going through McDonald's drive-through.
Yeah, that's fantastic.
Which was a brilliant commentary, but he kind of missed the parody around that team, which I think he picked up on Mickey Dirty and Nick A30, but he actually missed out on the Danjo Best, and I noticed in the comments section nobody mentioned it either, which were a bit of a shame. But yeah, so I think it'll be Elevate DualShock controllers final. It would have been nice to see Elevate against Good Team. I think that'd have been a good final if Good Team hadn't withdrawn. So we'll have to see. With the 1v1, we're down to the quarterfinals. So we've got 8 players left in there, two girls left in there, which is unusual. We've got Star Charms and not to blow my daughter's trumpet, but Katie Barks is still in there as well. So it'll be interesting to see how that one pans out.
Yeah, it should be a good game. It should be good.
Okay, so while we're talking about Spitting Image then, with Mickey Dirty and Nick A30, it's obviously not the real Nick A30. The real Nick A30 has been busy in the factions community with his block button on Twitter. So let's have a little chat about that, shall we? What are you both up on what's been happening? Have you both? I know Jesse,
I've
you've
been
been
watching
away doing
all
things,
the
haven't you?
recent drama alerts that have been released, so yeah, I'm pretty up to date.
Yeah, so we've kind of had a drama alert and a content cop type video released, haven't we? We've had Mike Grease's video and Stokens' video. So what do you make of it, Jesse?
Well, perhaps we should just discuss this very briefly for
I
the
will edit
listener
things down.
who didn't follow all of this. This is what happened basically, well, according to me, my point of view.
Yeah.
Nick apparently called out someone who had more than 100,000 views on a Last of Us video with a channel with around 2,000 subscribers. It was trending in Canada, I believe, so it probably was trending in the UK and Australia as well. He allegedly suggested that there was view botting in there. I haven't seen the tweet itself, but I believe the accusers. And then he blocked the person who created the video, which he followed up with blocking a whole lot of people who critiqued him for blocking that person.
Okay.
And now everyone is making roasts or diss tracks or anything basically on Nick, and that's sort of how it is now. Yeah, there's some well, basically that's how it is. So people got blocked, they got upset over it, and now people are making roasts to redeem themselves, I guess.
I think I kind of missed the start of it, really. I wasn't aware of
the start. The start is...
No, I heard your start of it, but I kind of missed, from my perception, watching it through the community, I missed how it all started, and like you've just said about this video that Kalia released that's got 100,000 views on it, and I think it was a video around the objective mode, wasn't it, which I've picked up on through these content cop drama alert videos that have been released. So this Carly has done an objective mode video, how to access the objective mode. I presume I've not watched the video myself, so I can't really comment on it.
Yeah, me neither.
I've personally got no interest in the objective mode. I keep seeing people pop up with these videos, and I haven't watched any of them. But I think this is what's happened. She's released this video, and I think Nick was planning on releasing a video, or may have released a video around about the same time, which was to do with the objective mode. I know Jimmy, aka Unblocked Zippity Zap, released one as well. So I don't know who released what first or what kind of happened, but I've heard that story that you said there about Nick sort of like asked if she'd used a view bot because of the amount of views.
Well, I'll check right now if she actually used one. What's her channel name again?
I've no idea. I don't know who she is. I think she's called Kalia, which is Kalia.
Oh yeah, thanks. I'll probably find it. Okay, I'll check on the view time statistics, just to see. Well, I won't accuse anyone, but like this, at first 723 likes still looks pretty reasonable, I guess, on 140,000 views. Okay, let me check. I will check the statistics if they are there. And oh yeah, oh my god, like this will be an unraveling moment now if we find out that there's like a sudden increase of like a lot of viewers. Then it could be a bot. I'm not accusing you directly, Kalia, so no worries. This is just all investigating into this.
Is this an
You heard it
exposure?
here first, ladies and gentlemen. Jesse SitheSigh is on the case.
Oh, she got 4 subs from this video. Okay, I will check the
She got
daily
how many
stats.
subs? She got how many subs? Sorry?
Four.
Four?
Oh,
She had 100,000 views and she's got 4
dang,
subs.
this... Ooh, I don't want to accuse, though, but... Daily views, she got basically 100, well, let's say... this isn't entirely accurate, 125,000 views the moment she uploaded it, basically. And then the next day, it dropped down to 2,000 views. I'll actually screenshot this just in case, like, why not?
So, I mean, I don't understand all this. I'm a bit of a technophobe, as you've obviously found out from us trying to create this podcast. But So she's released the video on whatever date it was, and on that same
20
date,
August, and it starts off with, I will pull over like a video of Nick, for example, that has 100k views as well, just to see how that went. Well, of course you could argue that it would that it got all those views from it being on trending, but then again it doesn't start off being on trending immediately, unless there was a glitch of some sort, which could happen as well. I'm not accusing you, Kalia, but okay, I will check a video of Nick.
For those of us that are bell ends, can you just explain the trending thing? What is trending? What do you mean by trending?
Well, YouTube has this section. I'll just exclude the USA part since that one is like rigged. But where videos that are getting a lot of views and likes and interactions, they are put on the trending page since they're gaining so much
attention.
There's so much traffic that they're trending. They're going viral. So this Last of Us video, which is like you'd say it's pretty standard, honestly, like Objective Mode Series Part 2, Camping and Checkpoint, The Last of Us Remastered MP, from a YouTuber with 2.3k subs, which is very interesting because normally sometimes it happens when a YouTuber has a lot of subs from starting. So when he uploads, they will get like 3 million views in the first 24 hours. Right. But this person got like 135,000 more views than this person has subs. So I'll check a video of Nick that has 100k just to see how that accumulated. His tips and tricks, here. I will take Last Man Standing tips and tricks. Or tactics. Okay, I'm not sure if his statistics are public though. Let me check real quick. Oh, they are. Okay, yeah. Oh, Bobby, this will be the discovery if like this will actually be it. Again, Kalia, not accusing you, just journalism, I guess. Okay, I'll send the screenshots now in the chat, Bobby, and SitheSigh. You gotta put them up on the screen as well on the podcast and let the viewer decide.
Well, we'll do that. You know, I'm not taking any sides on this. I just want to know what.
Yeah, me neither. I'm just like putting one video with 130,000 views, 140,000 there, and one with 130,000. This is all rounded off. I'm not going to like attack me for that.
I mean, other than ViewBot, then, is there a way that this could have happened legitimately?
Legitimately, there could have been a glitch in the system, which made it go on trending, and then a lot of people clicked on it. But then it would have. The thing is, like, this is so weird because a video starts off at 0. I will check another one that is on trending right now just to make sure. Oh crap! Okay. I can't open Discord right now. I'll tweet it to you. Is that alright? Just DM. Then Bobby is the only one that can see it though.
What if she genuinely got views from the actual Last of Us forums or Reddit, got enough to start it trending? Because bear in mind, like not every video is just posted up on like faction sites. It could have been around the time of release of a trailer for TLOU 2 where people are interested in this, or it could have been posted anywhere enough to get clicks. I'm not saying that it's I don't know if it's genuine or not. It could be view bots, but it's it's possible it was posted somewhere that it got enough clicks.
Okay, Bobby, I'll send them to you on Twitter. I hope you have the DMs pulled up.
Yep.
Okay, here I'll send you the
waiting.
Oh, yep.
Detective Jesse.
I won't understand anything that you're sending me, but I'll definitely look at it.
Yeah, you can put it up on the screen like maybe some others will.
I'll put it up on the screen. People who are listening can decide on things.
So the first one I sent you is the one of Kalia, and now I will send one that's on trending too. Just like excuse me. Okay, I'll take a normal trending because you have like advertised trending things. The phenomenal fight, no. I'm on Dutch trending.
Carly has put this video up. I can't see the date that she's actually... Oh, published on August the 19th. So, August the 20th there. So, straight away within one day, it's got 120,000 views. Is that what we're saying?
Yeah. It's like daily views. So, it's like that day she got 125, basically. Okay, I'll take Taylor Swift's video, I guess.
Taylor Swift?
Yeah, that's on trending as well. It's like really big.
Lovely.
Since she came back. Statistics, show me those.
Taylor Swift made a comeback.
Oh yeah, she did.
How ironic.
Okay, they are very strange. They are not really... I will take another Dutch trending video. Why not?
A Dutch trending video. How does a Dutch video trend?
Yeah, I'm on the Dutch YouTube page now. Isn't it? Oh, it doesn't
So
show
what's
the
this?
statistics.
What's this I'm looking at then? Last man standing tips and tricks from
That's
Nick A.
that's Nick's way of getting like 130k.
Yeah, but you're
views.
showing me that over months, not days. That you're showing me that over cumulative, aren't you? You're not showing me.
Oh
on the
yeah,
daily.
God, let me check again. Oh yeah, that's true. I will check it daily then. Oh, maybe Bobby is the better journalist here. He found out.
Come on, at least match them up, Jesse. Don't
Yeah,
show
that's
me
true.
one
I
thing from
thought
one
I
year.
did. I was like too excited to see like the statistics go all the way up. Okay, but the thing is, daily it's like pretty old still. So I'd have to compare it to another trending video from these days now. But I will check just for good measure. Okay,
Well, I mean,
statistics.
just looking at the Kalia one then. So she got 120,000 views in one day and then nothing afterwards. Is that right? Am I looking at that?
Yeah,
right?
that's right. Which, of course, it is respectable because if you're on trending and you get like those views, then yeah. But she
And
had
how
to
long
be
are you
put
on
on there
trending for?
immediately. Okay, let me check. Okay, this is how Nix works. Oh my god. This is so old though. I will screenshot this for you.
How long do you sit on trending for? Is it just a day? A couple of days?
I think
a
it
week?
was well, it depends like how much traffic your video still has, but it's like
Right.
a day. Like Taylor Swift is on there for a week now, I think. Okay, this
Yeah,
is
but she'll
if I
get
take a
millions of
daily.
views, won't she? So if you're getting like 120,000 views in that one day, would that warrant you staying on trending, or would tell you?
I
to
don't.
come off?
Yeah, that's one thing I'm asking as well. But it's so weird how I don't know. I need another video for comparison. Here, this one is popular in the Netherlands, 1.5 million.
This is what I'm saying. So that one,
Oh, it won't show me
isn't really that an impressive stat, is it? Really, not to stay trending. So it's not that an impressive stat, really. Plus, I'm not being funny. If you've seen the video, you wouldn't subscribe either. It's shit.
I haven't
Like,
watched the
only
video,
four
so I
subs,
don't
okay.
know.
I watched about
That's
2
one
minutes of it,
video.
got bored, and turned it off. So I imagine the rest.
That's one thing I found like strange. Even if I upload like this was especially in the past, and I wouldn't post this on Reddit. I'd notice that I'd get like 10 subs or something because I got I don't know. Like, don't you notice that as well as when you upload your sub count increases?
No,
No.
Because I have them.
I don't pay much attention, to be honest.
Oh yeah.
I just
Okay, let
upload
me-
a video. I don't even check the comments anymore, to be honest, for about 24 hours.
Okay, here's another video with 110,000 views in the Netherlands. 740 likes, which is respectable, especially if you. Okay, here we have cumulative. Now we take daily.
Yeah, we want to see.
Yeah, I'm not sure. This is on trending, in the Netherlands at least, but still it should so.
Okay.
But old
Well, where's
videos can trend.
I
as
mean,
well.
where's Kalia? Can't be from England or America. That sounds like a European name, doesn't it? So
Okay, this is a Dutch trending video with 110,000 views. Put these up on the screen as well, like for the podcast.
yeah. We'll do.
I'm curious what people will think though. Like everyone listening right now, go to your trending things and check it out. Form an opinion. Don't just go by these two photos. Yeah, you could try out US trending, but the US is rigged. You should take the UK and just take a channel that's normal, like a normal regular user. You have that once every month or so. That the person like that's trending. Like most of the time, redirects it from Reddit as well. So just Reddit traffic, putting it up on trending. But if you take like things from companies, so let's say America Got Talent or UK Got Talent, then it will be hidden away the statistic. You can enter the statistics, by the way, if you go on to more on your PC, more actions, and then just select statistics. Okay, so that's the most journalistic thing I think we can say about that. Form your own opinion. Let us know in the comments, guys. We're not picking either side. We're just showing, I guess, our sort of very bad knowledge about this topic. But still, we could bring you some ideas. It would be good to have Kalia on here as well as a guest, actually.
Yeah, it wouldn't be bad. Yeah, I might reach out to Kalia after
Yeah.
this, and just see if she wants to come on for a chat in the next podcast and talk about it and try and give us some insight on it. I mean, to be honest, I don't really care if somebody's used a view bot or not.
Well, still, it would be that's like basically the whole premise of the discussion, that Nick falsely accused her of using a view bot. So if that turns out to be...
I mean, I thought what had happened is that Nick asked her if she used a view bot. I've not seen the comments, and I'm only going on hearsay here, is that Nick's asked her if she used a view bot, and then before she's had a chance to reply, he's blocked her. This is what I've been told.
No, I thought it was just him accusing her, or like making a hint at her using a view bot on his own Twitter.
I don't know. I mean, I've not seen the video, and like I say, I've not seen anything from Nick on that basis. I mean, where I thought it had started from was the whole Karmatic Nick video. That's kind of where I came in and saw Karmatic's tweet that he'd let Nick win the 1v1 that was posted on my channel.
Yeah, that turned out to be... I'm not sure though, Karmatic, if you're listening. Send us more DMs. Because we only saw the one that Nick posted. Bobby, if you have it, you could put that up on the screen as well. I think that would be like interesting for the viewer.
Yeah, I'll put those up from...
Where Karmatic, right now it looks like, falsely accused Nick of deciding to pick a match where he won, so he doesn't look bad, apparently.
Yes.
And Karmatic said that he did it just like how I just said. And Nick said that that wasn't the case at all, and then showed DMs of him and Karmatic, which confirmed what Nick said, basically. So if Karmatic has any counter DMs, I have to say this though, I did expect him to have released those then already, since he's going basically all in on Nick with other things. You know what I mean? No, I think he was serious with it. Or like, you can always say, "Oh, I was just joking," but still, it's kind of a accusation, like, you know what I mean? But Karmatic, if you have more DMs regarding that and your position, you can send those to us as well, or we can make them public or just keep them private if you want, just to show your position. We're not falsely accusing you here or anything. So if you have any counter proof, please submit. Okay.
I mean, I'm not taking any sides on this matter. In fact, this fence is very comfortable that I'm sat on. But,
yeah, I'm like Switzerland now.
But you know, from my perspective on this, and obviously my involvement in the Karmatic versus Nick game, it came from Karmatic. He sort of like prompted me that him and Nick was going to do this 1v1, and that Nick had agreed to send me the footage so that we could post it on the channel as a promotional video for the tournament. And I thought, well, you know, it might as well. It'd be good to see two decent bow players go off against each other. So Karmatic sent me the game against Nick on Checkpoint, and then Nick sent me 2 games. Nick sent me the Checkpoint game, and then he sent me a high school game, and Nick actually won quite comfortably on high school. So I sent a message to Karmatic and said, well, Nick sent me 2 games, you sent me 1, which game am I going with? And he said, oh, well, just go with the Checkpoint one because that's the one I've sent you. Or go with the Checkpoint one because that's the one we've agreed to send you, something like that. So I checked back with Nick and said, are we uploading the Checkpoint one? You sent me 2 games here. And he said, oh, no, if Karmatic says a Checkpoint one, go with the Checkpoint one. So that's the one I went with. And I think, particularly out of the 2 games that Nick sent me, that was the better game anyway, because it was quite intense right until the end. I think Nick won right at the end with a last-second headshot. Yeah. Or something
I thought I saw a high school game as well. Was that?
I think Nick posted that on his channel.
Yeah, his second channel maybe.
I think Nick posted that when he was actually doing the shout out video for me in the tournament.
Oh yeah, could be as well. One thing I did see Karmatic right though is I have to make a I have to make a kind of biased statement on this. He wrote that he made Nick, or like we made Nick, referring to him and I don't know, some other guys that got blocked by him. But I have to say, those games with Nick made Karmatic more than Karmatic made Nick. You know what I mean? And they gained him a lot of subs and stuff. Don't you think?
Gained Karmatic a lot of subs?
Yeah, I think the collaboration between Nick and Karmatic gained Karmatic more subs than Karmatic gave Nick. That's basically my point.
920 now. I think he was probably about 500 or 600 beforehand.
Yeah, he's like... Yeah, he gained a lot. I think... Basically, Karmatic gained more from Nick than Nick gained from Karmatic. That's basically what I'm trying to say.
You know, I don't. Other than Sancho West, I don't think there's anyone that could help build Nick's channel anymore within this community. Is there? I think Sancho's probably the next biggest one after Nick. Anyway, so I think Nick was, in fairness, actually doing it out of goodwill. I don't think he was doing it to try and gain anything from it. So I think the way it's been handled on Twitter is a bit disappointing, and it brings back memories of what happened with Quinton Cobb as well, for those of us that were around back then when that witch hunt, if you like to call it, started. And I think both sides could have handled things a little bit better. And I'm looking at it as a father and as a aging man, and Sai is roughly my age as well, so he'll probably agree with what I'm about to say. But you know, going the way about they've gone it on Twitter and the way that they've harassed Nick on there, I don't think's acceptable. I think they could have done things differently and just left it. I can't understand what the fascination is with getting blocked on Twitter and why people have to create videos around getting blocked.
Yeah,
on
I think
Twitter.
you could probably crack the joke or something, but like, it's
Yeah.
kind of being dragged on for long. And you're right. I don't think the blocking justifies like the harassment and stuff. And I'm trying to stay out of this as well, since I don't know. Like, if I was like 2 years ago, I'd probably been eating up all of this, but now I'm sort of okay with it. I guess like just going past me. But yeah, I have to say, like, I've seen like the harassment Skype. It's pretty bad. I have to see what Valkyrie comes out with though. With Carmatic, they're doing a podcast apparently.
Well, that'll be
Yeah, but
interesting.
still, it's like Nick didn't swear at them or like say anything other than just blocking them, and that was too much to take for their egos. I guess that now they're all making exposed and revenge videos because they're Nick's true fan base or like whatever. It's so
And I don't really understand that. And like I say, the way things were handled with Quinton Cobb, I thought went over the top, and this seems to be going in the same direction. But by the same token, I'm surprised that Nick's taken the approach of just blocking people when you've got the option to mute.
Oh yeah, that's true.
I think if it had just muted people, then
He
I mean,
probably
he's
would get the
entitled.
situation, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And and don't get me wrong, the guy's entitled to do anything he wants, and.
Yep.
If he wants to block people, fair play to him, just block people. I've done it in the past. I've blocked people on Twitter that I don't want to talk to, when probably I could have muted someone. But, he's entitled to do what he wants, but at the same time, I think, if he'd have just muted everyone instead of blocking everyone, it wouldn't have escalated into the situation it's got to. But
that's true. I sometimes forget that there's a mute option on Twitter.
Yeah. But that's my two penneth on the situation. Si, you've kept reasonably quiet.
Yeah, I'm not a massive Nick 30 fan, to be fair. Though I just think he could have handled this better anyway. But I just think the TLOU community is so tight knit. Whether you love people, whether you hate them, I just think, like say, yeah, he should have handled it differently. He's not helped himself at all. But yeah, I'm not a massive fan anyway of his content. To me, it's not skilled gameplay. And like, I can't bear hearing him shout and scream. It just drives me mental. Fair play, he's energetic, whatever, and fair play's getting the views, and he's probably a really nice guy, but I can't bear to watch his stuff. He irritates me. It's the amount of people watching his video and then taking his covert and his combo and into games for me that just annoys me. Like, I tune into YouTube videos to watch people with skill. Do you know what I mean? I'd rather watch a Carmatic video where he's just headshot 4 people than watch Nick with covert 2 sneak up on someone and combo him with a bit of wood and the bow. You know what I mean? It's nothing to me. I don't really have a massive opinion on the whole thing, other than I think he's handled it badly. Like I said, it just doesn't faze me.
I will say this, I guess. No one will get better from this. If you wanted to tell Nick, for example, that he should listen to criticism or whatever, although you should just he won't do it if you act away like this, then he's probably just not gonna listen to it, which is fair. Again, no one will get better from this. Every side will like just end up being worse. I've seen Carmatic and Rio fall out already. So yeah, it's just make it stop, and then just like stop now while it still can, before everyone's like falling out with each other.
Yeah, because I've started seeing other people falling out with each other
as
a consequence of it. And
well, even Rio now, which like he in the past it used to be like everyone loves Rio, but now apparently. And I saw Carmatic tweet something out as well, but I didn't see the quoted tweet. It was deleted. But apparently another person. But yeah, I'll DM Carmatic about that, who that was.
Yeah, and I think Phil 9524's got involved a little bit in some of it as well, and you know Phil's trying to be neutral, but at the same time trying to tell people not to persistently harass Nick about things that he's doing, which you know is kind of what we're saying here as well, isn't it? It's just. Right then, everybody, that's it for this session's podcast. Thank you for watching and tuning in, and hopefully you'll have a nice day. That's all from me and all from
us.
Oh God, peace out, guys. See you later.
See you.
Cheers.